Alright, this is the week 4 team builder. Yeah, 4. Yeah, I can count to 4. Week 4 team builder. We'll be playing the Funky Fennekin, coached by I Eat Pizza. Yep. Yeah. What do I normally say? I don't know. Anyway, their team is Megalatios. That's the blue one. You can't tell because in the picture it's purple, because they're both purple. But before Mega, it's blue. So it's the one with higher damage and less bulk. I actually already played against the red one, so... Anyway, Megalatios, as well as Meowscarada, Terrapagos, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Tinkaton, Terratoxtricity, Terra Rhyperia, Gliscopod, Xatu, and Swadloon, which is a team. I do think it's kind of funny that they have Swadloon and I have Levani. Just kind of interesting, especially since I'm bringing Levani. Potentially worst decision of my life. I think it'll work. I hope it'll work. Anyway, their team is very scary because they have like 4 Pokemon that are just really good. Like Mega Latios is insane. It hits so hard. It's really hard to switch into. It can set up. It can do all that stuff. I don't think it's as good as Mega Latios because it's not as bulky, so it's harder to get it to do stuff. But it does hit harder immediately. So that's the thing. Meowscarada is just faster than my whole team. I am very much expecting Scarf Meow as a way to revenge kill Short Smash Cloyster, Battle Bond Greninja, Dragon Dance Kyurem, Booster Speed, Shocks, Chlorophyll Levani, Unburden Grafia. I'm pretty sure Unburden Grafia, I can outspeed it because it's double instead of 1.5. Anyway, yeah, I'm expecting that. I'm also expecting it to be bringing Power Gem to kill Cloyster better. And also because, like, to kill Greninja, it doesn't really need that much damage, so I can afford to invest a decent amount in special attack for the Power Gem, and then I can just, like, U-turn, and then have 2 other moves, like, I don't know, Brick Break and Spikes or something. Anyway, Terrapagos is really annoying because its ability just means that the first move that hits it is not very effective, so it's really hard to sweep the team unless your Mon can, like, outspeed and not die to Terrapagos. Urshifu Rapid Strike just hits really hard. I don't really have a great check to it. Hence the Levani. Yeah, those 4 are really scary. Tinkaton is also super annoying for my team to break through. Specifically the one I brought. On an initial draw to the team, I didn't have Rotom, and instead I had Kyurem. And it was just impossible to deal with the stupid Tinkaton because nothing on my team could hit it for any immediate damage, and everything that could would either just lose the 1v1. Actually, yeah, they would just lose the 1v1. So, yeah, I've got Rotom now, though, so it's cool. Terratoxtricity. I can't switch into this thing. Spectre normal Boom Burst absolutely blows up my entire team. And the only one which doesn't get absolutely blown up in Klefki and Annihilate gets blown up by Psychic Noise, and Klefki, as you can see, can't really hit it if it just doesn't Terra. Maybe I should put HP Ground on Klefki. I don't think so. I feel like I need the other 3 moves. I might actually replace Spikes with an attacking. I don't know. I probably won't. I'm playing in like an hour. Terra Rhyperia is also very scary for me. Rock plus Ground Stab go incredibly hard into my team. In week 2, I spent way too long worrying about the Lando, which was then defensive. But like Rock Polish Rhyperia is really scary. Choice Band Rhyperia is honestly not as bad because I do, like have resists to both rock and ground. But Rhyperia in general is quite annoying. AV makes it pretty hard for me to kill as well. Rock Polish Weakness Policy is just a demon set, which kind of destroys me. Gliscopod, I don't think is great because it does have like priority first impression, which is really good at stopping sweeps. Scarf Meowscarada just kind of does its job. So I don't really see Gliscopod coming unless they don't want to bring Scarf Meow, which, sure. Xatu I also don't really see coming because I just feel like the top 7 all provide so much value in this matchup. That Xatu, like, it could be okay. Like, it wouldn't be bad, but I just feel like it doesn't do nearly as much as, like, the top 5, and then either Rhyperior or Toxtricity. Could come, you never know. Swadloon, I don't think Swadloon's coming. It would be really funny if it did, because we have the Swadloon-Levani mirror match. But I just don't expect Swadloon to come. Anyway, let's go over what I'm bringing. First is Specs Rotom Heat. I have enough speed to outrun Terapagos, then max special attack, and the rest in HP. So I have 8 HP, which is not very much. Previously this was Kyurem, and the idea was I would use Kyurem to break early game and Cloyster to clean up, and if that didn't work, then I would Healing Wish Cloyster or Kyurem back up and then use it to win. It just wasn't working because my Kyurem could Air Balloon Tinkerton just bullied my whole team. So instead I put on Rotom Heat. Why am I Specs? I don't know. Really, at the time of building, I just played like 5 mocks where Tinkerton absolutely destroyed my entire team, and I got really pissed at it, and I just wanted to kill it, and I thought Specs Rotom Heat would be a good way to do that. But it also has other good applications. Like, this team doesn't switch into Overheat super well, because Rhyperior and, what's it called? Shifu Rapid Strike both don't have super good special defense stats. Like, Rhyperior might be AV, but if it's not, they both kind of take half if they switch in on Overheat, so they can only really switch in once. And the Megaladios is kind of annoying. But I can Volt. If Rhyperior doesn't come, then I can just Volt Switch. It's not even if Rhyperior Terrors, because it gets Lightning Rod. Like, Solid Rock I think is better, but Lightning Rod makes it really annoying considering the fact that I do have, 2 electric types. Shadow Ball is literally just there to hit the Megaladios, and Trick is there to cripple a Golisopod, a Swadloon, a Rhyperior, or what's it called? What's the Pokemon? Tinkerton. Because if I can lock any of those into one move without boosting a stat they're likely to be using, I guess Swadloon might use special attack because both its offensive stats are kind of low. But, like, all of those really want their items, right? Like, Tinkerton will want a defensive item, whatever that may be, whether it's, like, Light Clay, Rocky Helmet, Leftovers, whatever. Rhyperior will want it, whatever it has. Okay, it actually might not want it that much. But if it's AV, it'll be really good to trick. Golisopod, also quite good to get rid of, like, a helmet or something to help me beat it more. And getting rid of Swadloon's Eviolite's also really good. Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to be clicking Overheat a lot. I might decide to click Trick. And if Rhyperior doesn't come, I probably will just click Volt Switch every time I come in on something faster than something I'm faster than, which I can kill with Volt, which is quite a lot. Rotom Heat does a lot of damage. I never really gave it credit for that before. This thing's a really fun Pokemon. I didn't realize until I was using it last week. I really like Rotom now. I wasn't too high on it before. Anyway. Then we have Cloyster. You may notice I am Mono Ice, Icicle Spear, Never Melt Ice, Terra Ice. The ideology is the ice resists on this team Urshifu Rapid Strike, Tinkerton, and Glisspod. Urshifu, pretty easy to chip down, considering the fact that I have Levani. Tinkerton wants to check quite a lot of mons on my team, and again, easy to chip down. Golisopod has emergency exit. At +2 attack after Shell Smash, Terra Ice, Never Melt Ice, Icicle Spear does so much damage to Tinkerton. Like, physically defensive Tinkerton takes like 90%. There's a chance that it just dies, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, I know I'm Terra Ice, Never Melt Ice, and it's a really, really strong move, but still, it's kind of crazy. And Urshifu Rapid Strike, same ideology, no reliable recovery for, like, it's just like Rest and Drain Punch, but no real reliable recovery. If it gets chipped, like, even a little bit, like, if it takes 2 rounds of Rocky Helmet from Levani, then it just dies to +2 Icicle Spear. And Golisopod is kind of different. However, it has emergency exit. So even though it takes very little, like Max Fizdef will just kind of take 50 at +2. I have Protect to avoid the first impression, which also lets me avoid a mono Gigaton Hammer, what's it called? Tinkaton? In case that comes. It was more useful on Kyurem, which also had Protect when it was on the team, which it isn't. I should stop talking about Kyurem because it's not on the team. Anyway, yeah, Cloyster. And we have Ice Shard to be able to kill a Choice Scarf Meowscarada, which does outspeed us, even after the Shell Smash, even if I was max speed, if they want to. I'm enough speed to outrun, I think, what was it? Choice Scarf Urshifu Rapid Strike after Shell Smash, I'm pretty sure it was. Although I'm not expecting Scarf Urshifu, I'm expecting Mirror Herb, because it's the main mon on this team, which A, can really abuse the Mirror Herb, and B, can switch in on Cloyster without just dying. Because a lot of the other mons on this team don't want to switch in on the Cloyster because they risk just getting absolutely blown up by Icicle Spear. So I think it's like the most likely candidate for a Mirror Herb. I guess Golisopod might also be holding it because it also switches into Cloyster, but it has to fear Rock Blast, so if there's a Mirror Herb mon, which I think there's a decent chance there will be, even though I have not brought a single Shell Smash Cloyster this season, it will be the Urshifu Rapid Strike, I think. Then we have Klefki. This is just max Spadef. This is my defensive check to Mega Latios, for which my check is click Toxic and hope it's not running Refresh, because if it is, I kind of just lose to Refresh set up Mega Latios. Unless it's like Refresh, Calm Mind, Agility, Stored Power, in which case I can chip it down and put it into Ice Shard range from Cloyster. That's cool. Anyway, we're dual screens to help Cloyster get set up, as well as help Annihilate get set up, to help God of War and Rotom Heat just not die when they switch in, and to help Leveni be annoying. And then we have Spikes and Toxic. Spikes are good. I don't think Zatu's coming. If it does, it's fine. I just won't click Spikes. But Spikes are quite nice because they're really good for getting closer to kill things. Like specifically, after one Spike, especially defensive Tinkaton dies to +2 Terra Ice, Never Melt Ice, Icicle Spear. Disgusting damage output, might I add. I mean, I'm like absolutely Icicle Spear maxing, but yeah, it's a lot of damage. Anyway, we're just max Spadef to better switch into Mega Latios, better deal with a non-flamethrower, non-earth power Terrapagos, Toxtricity. I can scout if it's Specs or Scarf, or if it's Scarf or Specs, I can scout what it goes for and then spawn with the right Pokemon. Choice Scarf Gardevoir. I don't even know what I'm faster than. I'm pretty sure this is just EV to outspeed max speed Rhyperior after a Rock Polish. I'm finally bringing Gardevoir to do what I drafted it for, which is Scarf Moonblast. Moonblast is pretty good in this team. Because the resists are Toxtricity, which is likely to Terrestrialize out of it, and Tinkaton, which is also like a really good Spadefmon. But outside of Tinkaton, I can kind of just, and I guess Toxtricity, I can kind of just Moonblast the whole game, which is really good. I do also Mystical Fire to hit Tinkaton, and Psychic to hit Tricity. And if the end game wants me to, there's no end game where I'm going to be clicking Psychic instead of Moonblast because it's just stronger. And like, there's the only Pokemon here which I would click Psychic instead of Moonblast into is Toxtricity. We also have Healing Wish to heal up a Cloyster if I try and go for an early game-ending play and it doesn't work out, or to heal up Annihilate, or I guess like any of the other ones. Probably not them, though. I don't think they really need it. The idea is I can use this to get Chip on the Tinkaton, and then I can go out into Rotom, because Tinkaton can't do much to Rotom, barring, Mold Breaker Bulldoze. I don't respect Moldbreaker Bulldoze. That is a fake move, I've decided. Anyway, yeah, but if Tinkerton goes down or gets chipped enough, then Scarf Moonblast is a very, very good win con here. Even though my main win con's Cloyster, this is more of a wall breaker than a win con. And by wall breaker, I mean get chip on Tinkerton and then switch into Rotom and then click Volt Switch unless there's a Rhyperior, in which case I click Overheat. Annihilate is annoying my opponent. Both of their Ghost Resists, weak to fighting, and one of them's Meowscarada, which is also quite frail. Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Rage Fist, Taunt. We're Punching Glove. Why am I Punching Glove? I don't like Rocky Helmet, and I felt like I didn't really need another item. I guess the only other item I really considered was not Pataya, Payapa Berry, to take a Psychic Noise from the Toxtricity, or a Luster Punch from the Latios, and then revenge it with Rage Fist, which I actually might change it to, because I don't really see too much on this team bringing a helmet. Like, it doesn't make much sense. The main helmet guys I would expect are like the Golisopod and the Xatu. I don't think anything else would really be helmet. Maybe like a more defensive Rhyperior like Terraferia or something. Anyway, Taunt lets us taunt stuff. Wow, that was some crazy yeah, that who knew? Anyway, Taunt lets me stop things from doing things. I don't remember what we're outspeeding. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure we're just creeping Toxtricity because I didn't want to creep Terrapagos because then I would be too frail. Then we're max HP, rest and special defense. I can taunt Tricity to stop it going for like Toxic or Thunderwave or Shift Gear. I can also taunt Rhyperior to stop it going from Toxic or Rock Polish. I can taunt Golisopod to force it to hit me and stop it from going for Toxic. I just don't want to get Toxic. I can also taunt Swadloon, which I'm also faster than. Yippee. And if it's very bulky Tinkerton and not fast at all, then I can also taunt it before it goes for like Encore or Thunderwave or whatever. But then I kind of have to eat a Play Rough, which is unideal. Play Rough does a lot of damage. Final Pokemon on this team, Fizdef, Rocky Helmet, Lavani. Why? Urshifu Rapid Strike scares me. I don't have an Urshifu check outside of like Terra Fairy, Shell Armor, Cloyster, which I considered, but then I realized I just want to commit murder with Cloyster. So I forwent that to go with Fizdef Lavani. If it's not Punching Glove, then Urshifu will lose half its health to Rocky Helmet. If it clicks Searching Strikes as I switch Lavani in, I'm running Iron Defense, Synthesis, Toxic, Giga Drain. Iron Defense might seem kind of weird, because, Searching Strikes Urshifu and Flower Trick Meowscarada, both guaranteed crit, but Lavani eats both of those moves really easily. Synthesis is reliable healing. Toxic lets us toxic stuff. It lets us break Terrashell and Terrapagos. It lets us wear down things that Giga Drain doesn't really do much damage to, and Giga Drain is just for damage. The only reason I'm running Giga Drain is because A, it heals, and B, Lavani is not going to be doing any damage with direct damage anyway, and Giga Drain actually two-shots Urshifu because it has like base 60 special defense, but like base 100 defense, which is kind of crazy. Also heals me, and obviously it two-shots Rhyperior. It doesn't one-shot though, which is kind of sad considering the fact that Rhyperior has a really bad Spadef stat and is quad weak to it, but Solid Rock is just a really good ability. Another thing about Solid Rock, by the way, I never realized until I was thinking about it for this matchup because of the Rhyperior. Solid Rock is a really good ability because I always knew, it reduces down to super effective moves, makes them do 75% damage. But I never really thought about that. I always thought that it meant, it does 1.75 times 7, so 2 times. No, it does 75% of what the super effective move would do. So it changes the multiplier from times 2 to times 1.5. That's crazy. I can't believe I never knew this. Anyway, enough about Rhyperior. The idea is Lavani can win. Lavani endgame is something which sounds so cursed. But Lavani can win in an endgame against physical Meowscarada if the the Megalodios goes down, if the Toxtricity goes down, and if the Terrapagos goes down, and if the Tinkaton sufficiently chipped and not left over so I can slowly wear it down with Giga Drain. Because I can like beat Rhyperia barring like Terra Fire, Terra Blast, Terra Flying, Terra Blast, and Stone Edge crits with Iron Defense, which is really funny. But like Stone Edge is high crit, and if it ever crits, then Levani is instantly gone from existence. But I needed a switch into a Shifu. Slight issue is that Levani is weak to U-turn, so it will take like 40%, which is not great, because then I can't really switch in on much. Except for the Tinkaton, because Tinkaton's bad. I shouldn't have said that, it beats my whole team. Anyway, this is the team. I hope it goes well. I don't know if it's going to go well. And on careful consideration while recording this, I'm going to change Annihilate to Pyapa Berry, just so that I can, like, kill stuff more easily, I guess. Yeah. That's the ideology, at least. Anyway, hopefully I win, and I will see you in the battle. It is, it's, week 4. Yeah, it was basically what I expected. I did think it would either be Latias or Tricity. It is Terra Electricity. I didn't bring my ground type. Terra Electric's actually kind of bad for me, and it's very Rhyperia. Anyway, I'm just gonna lead off with my Rotom Heat and do some damage, probably. Ignore the noise of me accidentally slapping my pencil sharpener halfway across my desk. Oh yeah, by the way, I feel like I should probably mention this, because you probably like hear this clicking noise a lot in my videos. It's my pencil sharpener. It's like I take the lid off and put it back on. It gives me something to fizzle with. Yeah. Why did I bring Levani again? It honestly looks bad here. I'm assuming that since the Tricity came and it's not Terra normal, that they're just probably going to Terra the Rhyperia. I would assume. And since they didn't bring what's his face, Megaladios, they just don't have an overheat switch in, really. Alright. That's an Urshifu. Realistically, I should change this to a real Urshifu set. Realistically, they just go for Surging Strikes here, but if they predict U-turn, there's no point. I'm just going Levani. Okay, Tricity comes in. Good double. I probably should have clicked Volt. I don't have a switch into this. My quote-unquote switch in is Ape. But since it's not Terra normal, it doesn't actually hardwall Ape. How much does Ape take from Specs Terra Electric Overdrive? That's a big number. I'm still gonna go into it though. Oh my god. That thing just clicked T-Spike. I am instantly clicking Taunt, because I don't want it to do any more shenanigans. T-Spike's actually really annoying. I didn't even consider T-Spike in this matchup. Sub? I think this is learn how to speak English. Subtoxic, I think. Does it get toxic? I don't know. Probably does. It's poison type, right? So let's just learn. It's poison type, right? Toxicity, toxic. Okay. It basically is toxic in its name. I'd be worried if it didn't. I'd like to say that this is not choice specs. There are no... Okay. Yep, it's balloon. Now... Actually, I may as well, because, like... Yep, I knew it. Freest overheat of my life. Someone is dying. Get absolutely bodied. I guess no one's dying then. Yeah, okay. Well, how much fun. So much fun. Ooh, get rid of the specs, by the way. Let's just put the black leftovers on. I'm clicking overheat again. If it's, like, not SPDF, then it will just die. They know I'm specs now, though, so that's not great. Rotom Heat's a footy Pokemon. Don't you agree? I love this guy. Well, Toxicity's gone, and that's an Urshifu. Why did I just go Lavani? Please use Searching Strikes. The for U10. Oh my god, that's 62. Is that banded? Yeah, it's choice band. He knows everything. And by he, I mean... what's his Discord name? Tiki Flaskino. Yep, that's what it is. I'm really smart. Well, Lavani's just dead. I'm gonna send... Yeah, how did he know it's gonna be choice band? I still think there's like a 60% chance this thing's scarfed. So, solution? Punch it in the face. How much does knock do? Not that much. Unfortunately, my Pyapa Berry has like a 90% chance of being useless. I think the only psychic move this thing gets is like Trick. Alright, we get rid of the balloon. Wait, it steals my Pyapa. 32. I should calc that. Oh, it's Mold Break Highlight. It does not steal anything. Yeah, that just looks like max HP. I assume it's max speed as well. Apparently Player Off doesn't do very much. If it's max attack, that could be an issue, actually. I just want to taunt it to see if it's max speed or not. Because I can gauge whether it's like SPDF or... I mean, really I should always go Rotom. Like, my game plan is always just go Rotom on the Tinkaton, right? But I kind of want to taunt it just to see... so I can know what's up. Okay. I've clicked taunt into the choice band Pokemon. Just gonna Rage Fist because I'm not gonna live the banded Surging Strikes. Oh my god. Just so much. But now it's locked into Surging Strikes. So I'm gonna click Icicle Spear. Or should I Shell Smash? Oh yeah. You know what I do? I Shell Smash. Tropicoos comes in, I go Klefki, I click Toxic. The game... Okay, it's not Mirror Herb. I don't think Period's gonna be Mirror Herb. Oh, Terapagos. Terapagos could be Mirror Herb. If I see Terapagos switch in, it's Mirror Herb. I hope it's not Mirror Herb Terapagos. Surging Strike's just like 32. That's kind of insane, does that much, eh? See, if I go Terra +2, you'll see some magic. What is said magic? I have a 50% chance to just murder this Pokemon. Funny calcs with local idiot. I'm stupid, it's true. It should be faster than me as well. So it should hit me before I drop my defense. Meaning I won't take 50 from a resisted Surging Strikes. Alright, this guy's in. If he pops a Terra Fairy, I murder him. That's no bulk. Why is Rhyperior in the... Okay, I have a good chance to just murder him. Yippee! Please die. Okay. Oh. Indeed. Cloyster, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Interesting switching. I know it's not Fizz Death from the damage that Annihilate did, therefore it will just die to Icicle Spear. I don't know why they don't just go Terapagos. Terapagos would live. What does Tink done here? Maybe Fake Out. I guess, like, how much does Fake Out do? Let's replace Rocks with Fake Out. 8 to 9.5. Okay, it's not very much. Yep, Icicle Spear Cloyster, baby. This Pokemon's stupid. Who thought this would be balanced? Oh my god. I love Cloyster. Shell Smash is so funny. And I shot the potential Scarf. Let me change the Terra Dark. This is French for something. Classic non-French speaker. Not knowing what the French is for. But yeah, now I just click Icicle Spear into the turtle. I don't know why this didn't come out earlier. But yeah, I just Icicle Spear and God of War might be able to clean up with Scarf. Moon Blessed. Unless it's fast and it goes for a spin. But if it's fast and it goes for a spin, I think I just kill it. With Terra Shell, it's a... That's through a resist. What in the Cloyster? Okay. And now I just go Scarf God of Orin. Kill both guys with Moonblast. Good game, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, does Aqua Jet murder me? Nah, it doesn't. Okay, GG. The Cloyster worked. Sorry, shouldn't be laughing. Anyway, Cloyster's a good Pokemon. And I shall see you in the next one, I guess. Subscribe for more Cloyster.